Hello, and welcome to Me, Myself, and YNAB. My name is Carlene, and I am a solo budgeter on a journey to changing my relationship with money. So, I'm going to budget the money that I have for December. November has ended. All my categories are completely empty for November, and so I'm going to budget for December now, which is tomorrow, will be December 1st. So I have $909.60. So the things that I needed to do for me, I need to pay all my bills before my next payday, which is December 15th. So first we're going to budget $8 for Valley Fair, and then Apple iCloud, and then storage, and then my iPhone or my phone, which I recently changed. I had an account with Walmart Family Mobile, and I just changed it over to Ting. So I'm not 100% sure what that bill will be, but it should be around $30. And then my car insurance will be due before the next payday. All right, perfect. So I have $648.60. And you might be wondering about rent, why I don't have rent. I actually just started a new job where rent is included. Essentially, I get free rent in exchange for work that I do for a quadriplegic. He just needs someone to be there overnight with him, and so I do that. I'm there overnight with him in case there's an emergency, and to turn him twice a night. And so in exchange for doing that, I get free rent, and then I have my day job that I work as well. So groceries, I'm going to add half of groceries, so that's going to be $210. And then I am going to fund gas. There it is. So we're going to do $150 for that. All right, then I also want to fund YNAB. I'm currently in my 34-day trial period, and that will end on the 13th of December, and so I would like to pay this on a yearly basis, and so I'm going to fund that completely. That'll be $109 on the 13th. So we've got that. Then I've got $179.60. So let me go back up here and see what else, if there's anything else. So I'll add $25 to the dining out. I don't eat out a whole heck of a lot, so that should be good. Pop, that's not really a category I'm going to fund. I just know I drink way too much Mountain Dew, and so I'm going to track that out of the grocery budget as I purchase that. All right, I'm not going to fund any of these right now. Actually, let me fund the laundry. I take my laundry to the laundromat, so that is why I want to fund that. I'm going to put 100 in the that wasn't in the plan category, just to cover any expenses that might come up. Then I've got $34.60, and so we're gonna leave those for now. We still have a payday between Christmas, so I don't need to fund that one yet. I'll catch that on the next payday. And same with birthdays. I have a birthday in December for my nephew, and so I'll fund that with the next paycheck. I'll go ahead, I guess, and fund my tabs. And we've got $22.93. So I'll go ahead and add $612 to my yearly gym fee. And then we'll go ahead and add the rest of that 1681 to that. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'll just go over my categories a little bit here. So I go to Valley Fair with my nieces and nephew on a regular basis. They have annual passes, so I decided to get an annual pass as well. So this last year when I got it, it is on a monthly subscription, basically a monthly payment. And so next fall, when I get a pass for the following year, I would like to pay that just upfront. So I am also saving for that in an annual category. Apple iCloud, that's 99 cents. Storage, I have a storage unit for the things that I can't fit in to the space that I currently have available to me where I live. So I do store a few things there, so that's why I need that. I've got my phone, I've got my car insurance, I've got my monthly gym membership, and then I have a Kindle that I unfortunately purchased using Amazon payments, so I do have some payments still on that. Got my grocery category, that's where most everything that I eat is going to come from. I do a lot of cooking at home, and so I don't eat out a whole heck of a lot, but I do have the $25 in dining out in case something happens to pop up. For pop, I'm just tracking. I drink a lot of Mountain Dew, and I would like to cut that down, and so I just want to know how much I'm spending on that each month. So that's more of a tracking category. Hospitality, that is more for anything like if I'm bringing something for Christmas, some food, I'll put money in there and put that, use the hospitality category for that. Or for birthdays, if I'm bringing food or drinks or those type of things. And then I have books. I love to read, and so this is going to be one of my biggest categories that I need to keep track of. Car maintenance, obviously, that is a very important one. Clothes, entertainment. Entertainment probably won't be a very big category for me. I'm not one that I don't really go to the movies that often. Things like that I plan to just keep like maybe $50 in it to if something pops up, like maybe one of my nieces wants to go do something, or my nephew or something like that. But I don't expect that I'll use that one very often. Fundraisers, that one I want to have funded for when my nieces or nephew ask for money for fundraising events. I can have that set aside for that. Gas for the car. Genealogy, I like to do Ancestry.com, and so as I am able to, that'll be a category that I'd like to fund here and there. It won't be a monthly category, but just as I have time and as I have money to spend in that. Gym annual fee, the gym that I go to, along with their monthly fee, they also charge a annual fee, and so I'm saving up for that. Household goods, that's pretty self-explanatory. Toilet paper, paper towels, any of that kind of stuff that I might need. I don't have a lot of those types of expenses, so it's not one that will be funded very often, but for the occasional weird thing that comes up, that needs to go in that category. Darn it, anyway, I love to knit, and this is the store that I go to. It's in a town not too far from where I live, and it's my favorite yarn shop, and so that is pretty much where I will spend any of that money, but that is going to be for discretionary spending, or, it's not a category that has to be funded. If I don't have enough money to fund it, it will not get any money in it. Laundry, I don't have a laundry facility where I live, so I go to the laundromat. So that is my monthly target. The OPI that wasn't in the plan is for anything that I may not have or that I may have forgotten about. If that something were to suddenly pop up, I would have a little bit of money to cover that. Personal care, self-explanatory. Spontaneity is something that I'm very much an impulse spender, and so I want to fund that with, maybe $25 to start with, so that I can still, if I have something that comes up that you know, that I really feel like is a good thing for me to get, I will have some money in that category. That is something that I'm going to be trying to work on, as well as, seeing where my impulse spending is, kind of tracking that and working on improving that over time. Car tabs, those are the licensing fees for our license plate tabs here in Minnesota. Valley Fair Annual Pass is for next year, for 2026 in the fall, for me to buy the pass for 2027. Work, that's just for like if something weird at work comes up, I can pay for it. Like, let's say, I keep a lot of cough drops and things like that at work. And so, for those types of things, for other people to use while I'm at work, or if I want a new bulletin board or something weird like that. Birthday gifts are for birthdays. I have 4 people that I buy gifts for, my nieces and my nephew. And then Christmas gifts I buy for my nieces and my nephew, and then us adults all exchange names, and so I have money in there for that one adult as well. And then these are ones that I'm going to worry about later on as I get more control over my finances. I want to have a AAA fund, and that's not to purchase AAA, but that's for me if I needed a tow or something like that. I have funding set aside just for that. Car repairs, car replacement, dental, freedom fund, which is essentially just a general emergency fund. I'll probably use that to start with, and then eventually, as I get more in savings, I'll spread that out then into like the dental and the car replacement and that. But right now I'm paycheck to paycheck, and so this will kind of be a catch-all for right now. Glasses, medical, travel, that's obviously way down the road, but same with the Wish Farm. I just, as ideas come into mind, I feel like it's just going to be some motivation for me as I'm working through everything else. So that is my budget for December, and I will video throughout the month as well, progress throughout the month, and kind of some of the habits that I'm trying to get into, that kind of thing. So thanks for watching.